Hi guys, we are back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the company Pink Honey. So basically they've gone viral, or people are talking about how uninclusive the brand is very Caucasian based, and even the brand trips involve heavily just Caucasian, people in the brand trips, and apparently even the lightest shade or bronzer was not even suitable for different ethnic groups or backgrounds, or races basically. And some people are saying, oh, fast forward, apparently she apologized, or there's a video of her crying. I didn't see the full video, but that's that other thing there. Um, so basically, other people are saying that, one point of view is saying that, oh, not everything has to include the minorities in a brand, certain things can be set for certain demographics, and not everyone has to like involve themselves, in a brand that may not be for them. And there's another point of view saying that no, representation is important. Even like with getting different audiences and more people to buy a product from different backgrounds. Um, but I see both sides. I see one side is like a certain brand can be very niche, and that's a good thing because it kind of sieves out the people you don't want to attract. And I feel like the more specific a brand is, the more it caters to a certain audience that might want that product. Like for instance, if you have a brand that specializes in like all these different things, maybe like fashion, makeup, I don't know, I don't know, other things, it will of course attract a more wider audience. But if you have a brand that specializes in a certain product, it's this, I don't know if it's this psychological thing that you feel like, oh, they went in depth with the quality and all, all these things that goes into it. But on the other hand, I do understand, representation is important, seeing yourself, or your kind, in the media, and it can affect, whether you like it or not, how you see yourself, or like how you're being represented. Um, but yeah, guys. But I definitely see both sides. To be honest, for me, even with the brand, I didn't even know the brand, but I do know of brands that is heavily like Caucasian brands, or like they have like tan, this like the tan girlies, the blonde girls, and all those things. It's just, I would just see it's not for me, because I'm the opposite of that, and I don't see an offense like, oh, you should include the Asians, the blacks, and the mixed race, all these, I just see it as that's their niche. I feel like it kind of gives like with those kind of brands, it kind of gives the vibe of like, oh, sorority girls, the sorority, the valley girls, even though this is like the UK version, I feel like, of sorority girls, the blondes, the brunettes, but yeah, I don't see it, it's their own thing, I'm not gonna um push myself to be involved, because you don't want to force something that they don't want to do. Even some people are like, just include one minority, at least you'll get a different audience added to your thing. But even with that, I feel like it just adds a more problem, because I feel like you're just using it as a token, which that's a whole nother subject on like token people, or like black people or stuff. But if they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. They'll attract the audience that they want to attract. And the people will go to where, they see themselves. Each brand has their own speciality and um thing, you know. And also, I even with like Fenty, I'm sure they have wide range, but like even with that concept of because Rihanna is black, so she also like, I feel like she went more in depth with the ranges of different black tones. Of course, there's other lighter tones, but of course, there's other brands that specializes, or that's more mainstream for lighter skin tones. But for Fenty, It's not sponsored, but it just gives a way more depth that other brands haven't explored in that time, or just around this decade. So it just shows that, like, of course, the more niche it can help, but also, of course, you can. It depends on the brand, to be honest. Whether you specifically want to focus on a specific race or so and so. It might be controversial, but hey, there's something for everyone. If you don't see yourself in a certain product, or you can't relate to it, that's fine. Just go to there's a bajillion brands that cater to you or your needs. So I'm not going to be pressed over one brand that only caters to the blondes, the brunettes, the tan girls, because that's not me. But tell me your thoughts on this, guys.